Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Designer Studio episode. We have Mary Wilson joining us again because we are looking at the Phalanx close-in weapon system, which this is pretty cool. So we've heard the mystery behind this was that there was kind of like a half little design that was on Landon's desk for a while that was something that was like, maybe we could do this in the future. 3D printing picks up a little bit. We're like, hey, we could really do this thing. Your arrival, we're like, okay, Mary, build the Phalanx weapon system. And now we actually have one. It's got some really cool functions, some awesome detail. Tell me a little bit about how you got this one up off the ground.
Yeah, so we did have a model floating around, and I did take some elements from it. Overall, it was just like slightly too large and a little bit more stationary than this one.
Right.
So made some adjustments, got in some 3D printing, super great. We got a custom ammo chute from Brick Arms, and then we've got some 3D UV printed parts, which is super awesome.
Yeah, it really adds that detail.
Yeah, so bringing that all together was super exciting. I really like this kit that it just by itself is just so complete and it's so playable because of the moving elements, which is super fun. And I guess I was going along building this, and then Landon was like, hey, what if you added like a little trigger so you could like aim it from, I guess, afar, but like, I mean, you're still really close to it.
Well, what a fun little thing to have like on your desk too.
Yeah,
just, you know, stress ball, like.
Honestly, I think Landon was still envisioning this on his desk, so that's why he suggested it.
Of course, exactly. But yeah, so this cool thing, you were able to pack in quite a few features. Show me a little bit closer what it does.
Yeah, of course. So taking a closer look at this, we've got that Technic piece that Landon was really wanted. So you can aim, you know, get lock in on whatever you need to.
Look at how smooth that moves. That's so cool. It even kind of has like that.
Right, it's really satisfying, and it looks very accurate to how it actually functions because it kind of. And then you also can aim this a little bit more depending on what you're shooting at. So you can take a look there. And my fingers are kind of small, so I can fit in there, but I also made it so you can take off this top.
Oh,
so
sure.
If you need to, you know, go from the top or whatever.
Look at that. I'll be able to play with this kit. Perfect.
Yeah, you can play with it too.
Well, and that Brick Arms feed chute fits in there real nice. It looks like you kind of have a lot going on, especially at the bottom of that model. Was that kind of a complicated part of the build?
Yeah, honestly, it was super awesome that we could get the extra long feed chute for this because it seems to like wrap up around it, and either there's two coming out of it or it's one big long one, but you can see on the back too, like there's a lot going on here and different parts that hold it. And I watched a lot of videos of people like reloading this thing, and it's crazy how it all works. So that was super cool. And then of course fitting in the 3D printed parts, we had to make sure everything was fit perfectly so we could get them to build that for us, which is awesome. Yeah,
that gray to gray color match looks really cool. And then, man, you know, minigun barrels, that is where the 3D printed elements from Brickmania all started. So really, really cool to see that there. Just a very fun, playable little model.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that many more people than just Landon are going to want this on their desk, because that looks like a ton of fun to be able to play with. And really those 3D, or the 3D printed and UV printed elements are what bring it all together to kind of make it look like, once again, one of those models that you're like, is that Lego? And you're like, well, mostly, yeah.
Well, mostly, yeah.
Which is just really, really cool. So there we have it, the Phalanx close-in weapon system. Mary, thank you for walking me through this model.
Yeah, of course.
Nugget is going to go play with it now. Meanwhile, you can tune in next time when we look at another Brickmania kit.